Hi, I'm Penny Simkin, and I want to talk with you about the care of a woman with an epidural. And this is a bit of a bone I have to pick with usual management. Many women with an epidural are left to lie in bed in one position for hours on end. And when that happens, the baby kind of gets stuck in one position. Babies are used to having their mothers move around in labor. And if the mother's stuck in a position, so is the baby likely to be. And we do have a problem with epidurals of having a higher rate of forceps deliveries, vacuum deliveries, because babies are malpositioned. So I have some kind of guidelines that I'd like to offer you to keep birth as normal as possible, even when a woman does have an epidural and can't feel what is going on with her contractions. So I'm speaking to your partner as much as to you. I'm speaking to doulas everywhere. I'm speaking to care providers, nurses, midwives, physicians. And my whole shtick is treat a woman with an epidural as much as possible like a woman who does not have one. Women who don't have an epidural move around a lot, for example. They want to seek comfort. And so we're going to talk about 5 rules here. And they all start with the word keep. The first one is keep her moving. So even though she's not able to walk, or possibly can't move around in bed very much, she can be helped to roll from one side to the other. She can be helped to come up to a sitting position and down. She might, if she has a nice light block, be able to kneel over a birth ball up on the bed. All those positions change the effects of gravity, but also help to change the shape of the pelvis. So she may be able to do many of the things that a woman without an epidural could do and do her baby a favor by helping the baby come down through. So keep her moving. Now the other thing, next one, keep her cool. I've mentioned before that fever is a not uncommon side effect of the epidural. The epidural blocks our sensory nervous system, our ability to feel, but it also blocks the temperature regulating system. So heat tends to accumulate. And when that happens, the woman can develop a fever. So how can we help to prevent that? Well, my advice is if we see any trend in an increasing temperature, maybe it's at 98 degrees, and then half an hour later it's about 98.4, and then the next time it's 99, we see the temperature going up. Instead of just waiting and hoping it doesn't go up too high, let's start cooling her down. So keep her cool. And that would mean turn on a fan, mop her brow with a cool cloth. If she has lots of blankets on her, get those off. And sometimes we use ice packs over her chest or her back, the upper back, the parts of her body that are not numb. We cool the parts of her body that are not numb. So that can help to prevent her developing a fever and help prevent the baby from getting overheated in utero. Now, the third one is many women who have an epidural often feel neglected emotionally. Oh, she's comfortable. Now I can go get something to eat, or I can turn on the game. And she's feeling like no one is really caring for her. The nurse is often there, but she's in and out. And she's really focusing on keeping all the technology going. She's checking the monitors, she's checking your IV, she's checking the density of the epidural. So she isn't spending a lot of time in emotional support. Many women will say, gosh, as soon as I got the epidural, I felt like everybody abandoned me. And psychologically, that can be very stressful. And also, sometimes women want to ask questions, want some help, getting something to drink or moving or something, and they don't have the person to ask. So keep her company. Do not leave the woman with an epidural, even if she's asleep, because she sleeps lightly. She'll wake up and she'll think, where is everybody? And I learned as a doula, I learned this the hard way, because I did leave women when they were asleep. And then I'd find that, my gosh, the baby's heart rate dropped and her blood pressure dropped. And I wasn't there to help her at that time. So don't leave her. Always have partner, doula, someone who is there as part of her team by her side. So that's the third one. And then we want to help her keep from pushing too early. Sometimes when the woman is fully dilated, when her cervix is fully dilated, she'll be told, okay, you can start pushing now. And she pushes and pushes and pushes and gets nowhere. And then there's a cesarean in the second stage of labor. We don't want that. So our idea would be wait until she feels something. As the baby moves down, many women with an epidural will start to feel the baby in the birth canal, and they'll start to feel like pushing, or they'll know they're having a contraction. That's when they should begin pushing, not when someone finds out that her cervix is dilated all the way to 10 centimeters. So she may, we call this laboring down. And that's waiting until the head is visible right at her vaginal outlet, or she's having a strong urge to push. Then she'll push with that urge, and she'll push for a shorter time, but our outcomes are better than having her pushing from the moment she's fully dilated. And our last rule is keep her skin to skin with her baby after the birth. The baby should not be taken away unless there's some real medical reason. But in most hospitals, routine care says take the baby away, check all the vital signs, maybe give a quick bath, then bring the baby back to the mother. That will delay the onset of breastfeeding, but it also helps to postpone that bonding that happens between mother and child. When a baby is skin to skin with the mother, the baby can smell her, the baby can lick, the baby can seek the breast, and if the baby is given its own time to find its way to the breast, the breastfeeding is going to get off to a much better start. So those are 5 rules. I'll see if I can remember them. Keep her moving, keep her cool, keep her company, keep her from pushing too early, and keep her skin to skin with her baby. Thank you very much.